Hey everybody, Karen from Master Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well today. So this is a topic that I personally have become recently aware of, and I'm sure many of you have been heard about this a long time ago, but I haven't. And I've been watching a few survivor stories, and it really hit me very hard. Like, wow, it's just like it's just like sort of an added layer to all the things that I think are starting to come out. And maybe some of this stuff has been out for a long time, but we're all getting the information at different paces, right? So I wanted to start looking at some of these topics, especially the hard ones and information that's coming out now, especially when some of us are getting it for the first time, and that is difficult. So, because you have to spend some time processing it, right? And so I wanted to start taking current events or modern conspiracies, not that this is a conspiracy, but things that start coming out, looking at the background of it, asking the SGs, the lead team collective. And the questions are designed now. I'm designing the questions to go from information to spiritual perspective that we can take. Okay, not that the topic itself has a spiritual perspective, but I want to be able to flow that way each time we're talking with the spirit guides. Okay, so I'm just trying this a little. It's a little different. I mean, we've always kind of taken a spiritual look at things, but we're going to be much more purposeful in the way that the questions flow. Okay, so because this topic is what it is, I will tell you, for those of you who don't know what it is, I have a little intro, and don't be surprised. I mean, for people who maybe have known about it for years, don't be surprised that there are people here who maybe hadn't heard about it. So, everybody's exposed to different amount of information depending on where your life is. Okay, so I do have a little disclaimer though. I want to make sure that I say up front. So I just want to remind everyone that this discussion is for educational and spiritual reflection purposes only, okay? All references to MK Ultra come from publicly available, disclassified government documents, congressional records, and other credible historical sources. The questions I'm asking are part of the spiritual inquiry process, not statements of fact about any person or event. Please take what resonates and do your own research and trust your own inner guidance. Okay. So MK Ultra was in quotes because after watching this interview that I watched last night, I'm not so sure it is a was. So, which is really what the kind of freaky part. If we're looking back at history, that's one thing, but I don't know. It's interesting. Okay, so MK Ultra was/is a covert CIA program active from the 1950s to the 1970s. Again, we'll ask the lead team collective, aimed at exploring mind control and behavior modification. Participants were often unknowingly subjected to drugs like LSD, hypnosis, sensory deprivation, and psychological conditioning. And participants meaning like children. Okay, children. Although the program was officially shut down, many believe it continued in other forms, influencing politics, media, and technology today. This has led to growing concern that new, more advanced forms of psychological manipulation are being used on the public. Okay? And the reason I'm glad I'm aware of this is just to know what part of my current thought process and beliefs is more part of conditioning and, and just what do I want to just be reevaluating from a spiritual perspective, to make my life easier, to make my life more enjoyable. Okay, that's why we're doing this. We're not digging into these topics to make our lives harder. We're doing this to make our lives more enjoyable, is really, for me, the bottom line. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and say our prayer, and then we're going to start with that kind of flow of questions. Okay. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you stick around. It would be great if you would subscribe, and if everybody could just hit a like on this video, it would help, obviously, the algorithm. And if you are new, I have a Start Here playlist. I'll pop up at the end of this video. You might want to go there, and there's some introductory videos on what I'm doing with these and all that kind of stuff. Okay? All right. So I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides, guardians, and only those of the highest and purest light, including the Lead Team Collective, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect my channel, your channel, our community, the Lead Team Collective, so it is all of the highest and purest light. Amen. Okay, so Lead Team. So the Lead Team Collective is made up of all of our spirit teams, especially some are just coming into the Lead Team, and some need to be invited by you to join the Lead Team. Okay, so if you want your spirit teams to just be a part of this, just to be a part of the group collective, the Lead Team Collective, then please let them know that you'd like that. Okay, and if you don't, that's totally fine. Then actually you can go ahead and say, because some I think did join, like I think they just, I don't know how they deciphered that, but if you would prefer they weren't, then tell them that too. Okay, total freedom here. There's no, it's just a name that they gave themselves when I asked on the pendulum, the Lead Team Collective. Okay, and they said it's all of our spirit guides of people in the community. So, okay, so let's go over some background of the MK Ultra program. Okay. All right, so Lead Team, let me just double check first. Are these questions you think are in our highest and best interest to know or to ask? Yes. Okay. Is there anything in front of me that would be not in our highest and best interest to know about? No. Okay. Is this a topic that you feel is important for more and more spirits having a human experience to know about on Earth? Yes. Okay. Is it because the more we know, the more light we can bring to it and then end it? Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. Question number 1. Was MK Ultra's main purpose truly to control human thought and behavior? Yes. Was it meant to be used on a small group to see how it works first? Yes. And then apply to the larger public? Ew. Yes. Okay. Have they been, okay, I'll just ask certain questions. They might come up later, but have they been successful in having this, having some mind control over the general public? Yes. Okay. Were some experiments fatal to participants? Yes. Did the program continue under different names after being ended in the 1970s? They're already saying yes. Okay. Is the program, and only answer this if it's safe to answer it, like my safety and the safety of our community, but is the program still functioning today? Yes. Okay. Do you feel that's important for us to know? Let me ask it this way. For those of us who are wanting to make sure that we move and assist, if needed, Earth to move from 3D to 5D, or just, let's just say we want to move from 3D to 5D individually, like I do, or maybe you do, okay? Is this exploring this topic hurtful in any way to move us from 3D to 5D? No. Okay. Is it necessary to help us move from 3D to 5D? Yes. Okay. That's interesting. I'm going to be asking that question more and more because I want to make sure that the way I'm facilitating topics is helping us move to the 5D. I don't want to keep us stuck in the 3D, you know? So whatever they feel, in fact, I'll probably try to ask that question every time because I would actually stop recording right now if they said, no, it's not helping you move to the 5D. I'd be like, okay, done with this topic. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be more and more careful about that. Not that I haven't been careful because I've been recording things I've been following my intuition and trusting that, but they're going, yes, yes, yes. But I want to make sure that I'm not facilitating a community that's going to keep us stuck in the 3D. You know what I mean? Okay. Yes. Okay. So lead team, will you always ensure that the topics we address here are helpful for humanity and ourselves and always shining light to help us get to the 5D? Yes. Okay, good. We're going to trust that. Maybe I'll add that to my prayer each time. Okay, let's see. Are there still classified files that reveal far more than the public has seen about MK Ultra? Yes. Were parts of MK Ultra linked to Cold War propaganda operations? Yes. Okay, I did hear this woman talk last night, and I will post the video down below if anybody's interested. It's disturbing, though. I mean, it's disturbing and enlightening at the same time. So if this is not a new topic to you, it may not be as disturbing as it was to me. So I had to really do some processing of it and asking my guides to heal any fear-based thoughts about it, and it worked. I mean, I'm feeling more calm about it, but what she said, my understanding is that there were members of the CIA who were in Nuremberg during the Nuremberg trials. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. And is MK Ultra an extension of what the Nazis were doing during World War II to people, experimenting on people? Yes. Okay. So is MK Ultra actually Hitler's research? Yes. Isn't that disgusting, you guys? God. So I do have another video I was going to do about is the CIA like what we think it is? You know, so I'll ask them to make sure that's in our highest and best interest to explore. And again, we're going to go from information about the topic to the spiritual questions. Okay. All right. Are similar mind control methods being used today through social media algorithm? Yes. It's good to be aware. It's good to be aware, especially if we're raising littles. Okay. Is modern surveillance technology used for psychological manipulation? Ugh, yes. Are certain world leaders aware of and using updated MK Ultra style tactics? Yes. Has MK Ultra research influenced modern political messaging? Yes. Is that modern political messaging on both sides of the aisle? No. Is the Democratic Party generally using MK Ultra research to influence political messaging? No. Is the Republican Party using this information? Of course they are. Yes. Okay. Is artificial intelligence now being used for mass psychological influence? No. Okay, good. Good. Can we trust AI to actually help us understand the truth behind things? Yes, because it can help you research and you can say, only give me the facts, and, it can tell you anything, Okay, yes. Okay, good. I'm really glad that they said no about that. Okay. Did MK Ultra leave an energetic scar in humanity's collective consciousness? Yes. Okay. Can people break free from subconscious programming through spiritual awakening? Yes. Good. Did some whistleblowers speak out because they were spiritually guided to? Yes. Very cool. See, our spirit teams. Doesn't that make you happy? See, this is what I want to start doing with these topics is I want to go from, oh my gosh, okay, to like more perspective, right? Spiritual perspective, especially. Okay. Was there, because even when I just asked about the whistleblowers being led by spiritual guidance, like their spirit teams, I got total chills from that. Was there divine intervention that protected certain individuals from greater harm? Yes. Okay. I even found myself saying last night when I was listening to the story, like, really, why would all of the I'm a little horrified about it's just the children. It's just and still what's happening. So, and I found myself asking, like, why are these children coming here? Why is that part of their soul contract to come here and have that experience, And the only thing I can think of from my spiritual journey and exploring this stuff is just karma balancing. So, I mean, I could ask that. I don't know. It's really a sensitive, I'm just quite sensitive about it. And I'm sure you are, But is this a karma balancing, like final karma balancing experience that spirits are choosing to come to have? Yes. Okay. Ugh, okay. That's another topic. All right. Was there, or can exposing the truth about MK Ultra help raise human awareness today? Yes. Well, okay. So even like me understanding this topic now, is it actually helpful for, yes? Okay. I'm just reiterating a little bit of what I asked before. It is helpful for more people to be aware that this happened or is happening. Yes. And is it necessary for us to utilize our spiritual tools to bring as much love to this topic to dissolve it, I'll say? And it's maybe not the right way to say it, but I think they know what I mean. Yes. Okay. It's just a matter of like, why do I need to know this? I don't want to know this, but I also don't want to keep my head in the sand if something's going on like this and I'm being, my mind is being controlled or not, what I mean? Just it's all the messaging and she even said in the video that she goes, why do you think that Disney, or not Disney, but Hollywood shows the kind of movies they do about the CIA? She said it's actually not like that at all. So the way that we're trained to think about them, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like to feel like I've been that manipulated, So I think that's what's happening to me, and I'm certain it's probably happening to most of us. We're uncovering how much we have been manipulated, and I think that's where I want to go with these topics, that when we do discover some information where we've been manipulated, one, to know it's not our fault, two, to bring light to it in a constructive way, and three, to end the discussion on more of a spiritual, where are we going with this type of, perspective. So, okay, I hope that feels right to you. Let me know what you guys think about that, okay? Is the current rise in intuition and empathy part of humanity's healing from such programs? Yes, good. Okay. So the work we're doing here, you guys, is that kind of what we're doing in this community? Is raising our intuition and our empathy so that we can help heal? Yes. Okay. Were some participants' souls aware of their role before they incarnated? Yes. Were all participant souls aware? Yes. Okay. And I know that's really hard for some people to hear. I get it. Like, why would they, it's not that they asked for it. Is that true? They asked for to be harmed? No. Okay. I think it's a little bit more complicated than that, and we're not doing soul contract video right now. So we have several soul contract videos, especially in the Start Here playlist. So maybe check that out. Okay. It will answer some other questions that they've answered for us. Okay. Is humanity in the process of collectively dissolving the energy of mind control systems? Yes. Well, it feels like it's not, because it feels like with technology it's getting, and the propaganda's, speeding up. Yes. They say yes. Is it feel like it's speeding up and because, let's just say, quote unquote, the dark energy or the lower energy, lower vibration is kind of freaking out? Yes. Okay. Because more people the light is shining brighter and brighter. Listen to my voice. It's cracking. Yes. Okay. Did higher spiritual forces ensure that some of MK Ultra's most harmful plans failed? Yes. Like, I'm just throwing this out there, like archangels, maybe? Yes. Okay. So they were going to take it even like further, and the archangels are like, nope, nope. Okay. What about ETs? Extraterrestrials? Yes. Okay. Is the uncovering of MK Ultra part of a larger divine plan for awakening? Yes. Okay. Okay. All right, so I got a little conclusion here. So while MK Ultra represents one of the darkest chapters in modern history, it certainly does, and probably, current history, its exposure has sparked a deeper global conversation, we're even having it here, about personal sovereignty and mental freedom. Many believe humanity is now in a pivotal time of awakening. We've been talking about these things, okay? Where hidden systems of control are being revealed. By confronting the truth, we open the door for healing, awareness, and the claiming of our inner power. Okay, so I just wanted to leave you with that. And I do have a part 2, and we'll be looking at the modern evolution of MK Ultra, AI, media, and mass influence. We're going to look at a little bit more like that. Okay. Hopefully this is interesting to you and helpful. Starting to put this, bring some light to it. It's helping me process my feelings after watching that video. I'm sure there's going to be some people here who think, oh, that's just conspiracy theory. Well, maybe bite your tongue unless you've done enough research. You got to do enough research before you have that opinion. And then it's fine if you've done enough research, okay? Because I see people throwing that out. They're just conspiracy theorists or whatever. Unless you've done enough research, you've done enough reading to understand that that's true, I would just ask, let's be constructive. Okay? All right. Let me know what you think. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.